Hello everyone and welcome to the After Christmas special at the Lightning Nationals here in Elnora, Indiana at their fairground show. We got a pretty stacked lineup here. We got Buck Wild with Gunnar Simmons, Digital Disaster Addison Long, Livewire driven by Mark Forrester, Plain Jane driven by Jane Fernsby, newcomer on the circuit, Rat Trap 2 driven by Sam Carter, a hotshot rookie that's blazing a trail, Silver Streak driven by Buck Miller, Snowcat driven by Will Baldwin, and Wildcat driven by Curtis Sparks to round out the field. Solid 8 trucks, and it's going to be coming at you here in just a moment when we get started with round 1 racing. As we take a look at our first round matchup, we have Silver Streak taking on Livewire, Rat Trap 2 taking on Plain Jane, Digital Disaster versus Snowcat, and rounding out will be Buck Wild taking on Wildcat. 2 Wild Childs rounding out the round 1 racing. As we get into our first round race, it's going to be Livewire and Silver Streak going head to head. Both on the light, and there they go. A lot more space to work with this week, and going to a dirt surface versus the traditional concrete floor. You get the drivers a little bit different type of driving feel, and right now Livewire is taking full advantage of it, and he's going to blitz a trail and knock Silver Streak out early. Livewire moving on. Now into round 2. Next matchup is going to be Rat Trap 2 taking on Plain Jane. One of her first few events, brand new truck on the circuit, taking on a brand new driver that has been blazing a trail, swept the last Lightning Nationals event, and is currently looking like he's about to do so again. But Jane isn't letting it go easily, but on that final turn, unfortunately, just a little wide for her, and Rat Trap 2 is going to be moving on. Now into the third race of round number 1, Digital Disaster taking on Snowcat. Both of them off the light, almost side by side. Snowcat just on a dig right there. Brand new chassis for the 08 season for Baldwin. So he's got to get a good handle on it. Looks like he is just whipping that truck around like it's nothing. And gonna knock out Digital Disaster with that brand new truck. Looking sweet. Now, final race of round number 1. Buck Wild taking on Wildcat. Wildcat, a little bit of information, actually took over the V2 Baldwin chassis. Slight adjustments made, but solid chassis underneath that truck, but it's not doing any favors right now. Buck Wild currently on the run right now, but it's going to be close to the line. And Buck Wild is going to just edge out Wildcat. What a good race to round out our round 1 of racing. As we move into the semifinals, Livewire and Rat Trap going to be the first matchup, and then Snowcat taking on Buck Wild. Let's see, Will try to get some revenge for the round 1 knockout of his other truck. Well, that's not yet. We're going to be moving on to Livewire and Rat Trap. Whoever wins this makes it to the finals. Right now they're kind of going side by side to the first corner. Rat Trap a little bit of an edge. Livewire keeping it down on the ground. Sam gets a good final turn, and he's going to whip it around and take the victory. The rookie, sweeping the first Lightning Nationals event he was at, looking to do it again, has made it to the finals, just one step away. Now, Snowcat taking on Buck Wild. This is for the final round matchup. Buck Wild, haven't seen too much of, has his appearances here and there. Where Snowcat, we've seen him on the major tour. But here in the Lightning Nationals, Buck Wild gonna get a great final turn, gets to the line, and is going to take the victory. Just over top of Wildcat. That brand new chassis wasn't enough to make it to the finals. And for now, we have Rat Trap 2 taking on Buck Wild. Will the rookie or the veteran come out on top here? It's all going to be down to who gets the good light and who can get through the turns. And right now, they're dead even off the line. Both of them whip it around the corner side by side, up and over again side by side. This final turn is going to be with the sides that Rat Trap pushes. Buck Wild gets the rotation, and it's going to be Buck Wild getting it to the line first. He is going to take the victory here in Elnora, Indiana, here at the fairgrounds. What a victory for Buck Wild. And after we get through our final round of racing, we're going to be moving right into the freestyle. Starting off with Digital Disaster, then Plain Jane, followed by Wildcat and Silver Streak. And rounding out the field will be Buck Wild, then Rat Trap. And our final 2, Snowcat and Livewire, ones to definitely look out for. As we're getting started, Addison Long coming out here in Digital Disaster. Stands it up and over that first set of cars on the edge. A little van stack. Now going for the backside of the racing lane. It's another little good Sky Wheelie there. So this is a new identity for her. It used to be Lifeline. Now going for Digital Disaster. Chassis color is still the same. Great Sky Wheelie though, right there off the cars. puts the tailgate down. Actually has a little bit of a fiberglass damage on the back. Tailgate flapping around, brings it back around, gets some good air off the racing lane, launching the truck out a little bit further than what people were getting in racing. That's what you look for in the freestyle competition. And like I said, it's going to be a very different feel, a lot more space, at least in terms of length. You have a lot more open area to get the truck in some different situations that you might not be accustomed to. As she cuts a good set of donuts right there. Truck working really, really well. Already rounding out the time down to the final 5 seconds. Has just been kind of going move to move. Had 1 or 2 exciting hits. Now bringing it back. Looks like she's going to go for this racing lane. One more time. Going to try and get it right on the backside again. Digs the tailgate in. Shuts the truck off, ripping the pin out of the back. Going to get a score of 21 to start off the freestyle competition. Now, followed up by a brand new driver, Jane Fernsby. And Plain Jane. Brand new truck, brand new chassis. She's going to come right out and get another great sky wheelie. Puts it right on the tailgate. Didn't even dent it at all. Just kind of pushed down the car right on the chassis. And she's not afraid to hit the loud pedal. But it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve getting behind the wheel and kind of learning how to maximize these trucks and keeping the momentum up and over the van stack now. Kind of dances it with the rear tires up and over the racing lane. Keeping the momentum up is a really big thing in these trucks, and she's currently doing a pretty good job of it. It's not really getting on the gas as hard as she can, but that's okay. Right now she's doing a good showing of herself. Got 20 seconds left, so still has some time to kind of excite the crowd a little bit. That was pretty cool. Gets it up and over the van stack there. Just dances it up and over one more time. But now just taking a lot of time getting to the backside of this racing lane. Going for another good sky wheelie. Doesn't get it as vertical, but gets a little bit more distance. Now down to the final 5 seconds. Going to bring it around. Looks like she might get one more hit here. Actually going for the backside of the dirt ramp. Gets some good air. Launching the truck out a little bit. Not a bad run for Jane and Plain Jane. Going to bring it up here for the crowd. Just going to kind of do a little drive-by. See, hope you like that. Going to be a 17 as we move on to Curtis Sparks and Wildcat. New chassis for him to drive. And if it's anything like he's been doing with V1, he's not afraid to push the truck at all, that's for sure. So now he's got a new piece underneath of him. He's got some experience on it. Definitely look to get some excitement out of him in this brand new truck for him. Currently going from hit to hit already. Brings it around. Pushes a little wide there. Couldn't get the truck to rotate how he was wanting off the van stack. Now gets some great air. Actually launches it to the backside of the other racing lane. Probably the longest distance there so far. Now going to cut into some donuts. Looking for cyclones. Just look at that cat ripping around. It's almost like it's chasing his tail like a dog. Oh, getting up on the sides. Almost finding himself in trouble. Get too far over. Those diffs ain't going to pull him out there. Now goes for a sky wheelie. Puts it on the... Look at it. Just shoot the tailgate. Bending the bed panels out. He is currently on a run. Curtis Sparks and the Wildcat up and over the van stack one more time. Bringing it down. Got time for one last hit. Going for another sky wheelie. Gonna plant it on the rear of the chassis. I mean, digs it in. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better way to end up the time. 25. Gonna put him pretty high up on the marks. Now we're moving on to Silver Streak. Good little slap away there off the van stack up and over the dirt mound. I say Buck Miller definitely been after this for a while. That chassis has pushed him through. And we don't see any end in sight for this truck and driver. Currently whipping around, getting some good air already. Good momentum. A lot of experience that he can bring to the track. Show you some different hits on these obstacles. Great Skyly plants it down on the beginning of the racing ramp. Keeping the truck out of control but in control. And look at the air, just skies it. Got as high as a tanker truck behind there. You can see in the little pit area. Now up and over the van stack. Brings it around. Now going to go for the backside of the racing lane one more time. Got a good Skyway the last time. Goes for a little bit more distance that time. That's why I said variety of hits. Hit the same thing, get 3 different results. Now coming down to the final 5 seconds. Hits the backside of the racing. Gets some huge air. Actually could have cleared another set of 4 cars off of that. Going to bring it around one more time. Looks like he's going for the van stack. Gets himself a little bit in trouble on the right front tire. Pulls it down. What a save. And then save from Silver Streak. Keeping it all on all 4 tires and just getting the lead with a 26. Now your racing winner, Gunnar Simmons in Buck Wild. Starts off with a nice little slap wheel. He had the new debut a few years back with the wing, a little bit of a radical design. But it's something cool to see. You don't see it on every truck. And it looks like gonna go for some huge air. Just skies it off the backside of the racing lane, getting higher than Silver Streak. Looks like he might be going for the double down here. Up and over the van stack one more time. Now going for the center dirt jump. Getting some good air once again. Just matching that of what has come before you is always good. Because when you go underneath it, just in the judge's eyes, it can be a bit of a soar. But now he's soaring through the sky off the racing lane. Might be the longest air off of that we've seen so far tonight. Down to the final 15 seconds. Up and over the racing lane one more time. Skying it out one more time. Down to 10. Whipping her around. Might be looking for some donuts, or we could be looking for a send off that dirt lip in the middle. Might be looking for the send. Look at the air! Skies it. Now going to combo it up with the van stack. Great run to fill the time. That's could be a challenger. But we'll see what the judges had in store. The wow moment from Silver Streak and Wildcat definitely have propelled them to the top. And Buck Wild going to end up with some crazy cyclones. Good run from Gunnar Simmons, but that's not going to score too well. Looks like it's going to be a 21. Put him a little bit further down, but you also got to try to impress what's come before you. Now, one person that's been impressive this season is Sam Carter, and Rat Trap 2 swept his debut event for the Lightning Nationals. Just knows how to just lay his foot on the throttle, so to speak, and so far you're out the first 2 hits. Definitely doing so. The truck and racing did push a little bit for him, but like this said, the transition from dirt to concrete is a little bit different, with a great slap wheelie off the van stack and combos into the car stack. He's not afraid of getting the truck in trouble. He knows he has the comfortability to drive it out, and now whips it into some cyclones. This truck is just cutting some cyclones, but I think he went too far over and he's dumped it. Leaving way too much time on the clock. 20 seconds left on a 60-second run. That's going to put him with a 16. Looks like the event went from bad to worse, but now we're moving on to Will Baldwin and Snowcat. Looking to improve upon his event. Made it to the semifinals. Did get knocked out barely, but now looking to kind of get some justification come freestyle. Now goes for a sky wheelie. Gets it right on the down ramp. Oh, and gets a little power wheelie out of it. That was awesome, just showing the raw, unadulterated horsepower that Snowcat has. Now on the prowl for his next few hits, off the van stack and over the cars, keeping the combos going, just pouncing from move to move. Now we're going to see what he has in store. Going to send it off the racing lane. Look at that, he clears it to the backside of the other racing lane. Just soaring it down the track, combos it with the van stack. Just going from move to move. And currently just finding his next hit, not even slowing down, not even thinking about it. Up and over the dirt hill, gets a nice little downside on the other side of the racing lane. Now, looking like we're going for the backside of that dirt lip. Could be looking for a slap wheelie here. Gets it! Oh, just couldn't get it to rear back up on its hind legs. Just carrying it there for a little bit. Nice little power wheelie for Snowcat. Now up and over the van stack. Oh, getting a little crazy, getting out of control. He's over! The cat is showing its belly. But unfortunately, that wreck happened after the time. Looks like the judges giving it a 22. Now, Mark Foster and Livewire. This man has had some crazy freestyle runs. Let's see if he's going to be able to pull out another one here on the Lightning Nationals. This time on a wider surface. Going for the skyway to start it off. Puts it on the rear tires, gets it down. Now going to bring it around. Going for the van stack. Up and over, gets some good air. Looking for another slap wheelie here. Gets it on the rear tires. Parries it for a little bit. Combos it into the racing lane. Right now keeping the speed up. Not letting the truck slow down. Letting it settle just enough so he can keep it going from move to move. Now it's going to end up just flooring it across. Getting huge air off the center dirt mound. Probably the biggest we've seen all night. And we still got 30 seconds on the clock. Now just full throttling. And look at that soar through the air. Just, I mean, that might have been the biggest air we've seen this whole event. And that was off of a car van stack. And now just rips it around, getting close to the fence. Don't want to bring that down. Whips into some good donuts. Gets right out of it. Got about 10 seconds left. Goes for the racing lane. Gets some good air off the backside of the car. It's going to look like he's going to combo it into the van. Might get one last hit in here. Brings it around. Looks like he's just going to go off that center dirt jump. Going to get some good air here. Look at him just soar it through the sky. Gets it woed right before the fence. And the judges are going to reward that with a 28. So that will be your winner, Livewire. What a run by Mark Foster in that truck. And as we see the ascending list, it goes Silver Streak in second, Wildcat third, Snowcat fourth, Digital Disaster in fifth, Buckwild in sixth, Plain Jane in seventh, and Rat Trap 2 with a disappointing 8th place. We know Sam Carter is a bit disappointed in that result. But we hope you enjoyed this Lightning Nationals event, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.